wanted you for so long.
Hold me, Robert. Hold me closer.
Holly. Okay.
Yes,
Love you. Good morning, darling.
Morning.
Sleep well.
Splendidly. Feel terrific.
So do I.
Last night was beautiful. I guess it was destined to happen.
What a wonderful destiny. I don't want to get out of bed at all today.
Neither do I.
Then we won't. I'll just simply hire somebody to come in and serve us constantly. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, bed.
Dinner? Oh, no.
What?
We left the dinner in the oven.
Yeah, well, we won't attempt to reheat it.
And after all the trouble you went to.
Seems to me I had better things to do. You hungry?
Famished.
So am I. Look, not all of that food was in the oven. Maybe we can resurrect something for breakfast. How's a nice escargot omelette sound to you?
Somehow I had something different in mind.
Me too. Look, before we get into breakfast, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Oh.
Nothing like champagne and OJ to kick off the day.
Delicious. A little warm, but delicious.
Well, after all, we did leave the ice out, too, isn't it?
At least the flowers are holding up all right, though. They really are beautiful.
As are you.
The Versailles room did such a lovely job on this table.
The Versailles room do a pretty good job on most
It's
things.
a shame to waste all that food, though.
No, we'll do it again.
You know, I could call the Versailles room and have them send another dinner tonight.
Why not? Let's celebrate. Sooner
Right.
the better.
This is so much fun.
You help make it fun. You know, it's kind of amazing.
What is?
Fall in love with one's own wife.
I feel like I'm seeing you for the first time. Everything about you is new and exciting, like we just met.
Yeah, well, we have really. Holly, I have a question for you.
What's that?
If Luke was still alive now,
But he isn't.
but if he were,
I really don't see the point in discussing it. What matters is now. What matters is that we're happy. And I am happy. We have our whole lives ahead of us.
to us. Let me help you with that.
No, you have to get into work.
Ah, no, I don't. I just called Ramsey. Said that I had work to attend to at home of a very private nature.
Oh.
So I'm not going in, calling in, or checking in.
Oh, a very cushy job being police commissioner.
Has its moments now. I have the entire day. What would you like to do?
What do you have in mind? Just as I thought.
Now, am I interfering with any of your plans today?
As a matter of fact, you were my plan.
Well, isn't it lucky I'm here?
Very.
However, I do have an important appointment at 6:30 at the university. I have to supervise the installation of this security system.
Perfect. I'll order the food from the Versailles room. It'll be ready and waiting when you get back.
What a wife I've got. However, that does leave the entire afternoon completely free.
Oh?
Yeah, the whole afternoon. What do you suppose we could do?
Get you anything?
No, love, I think I'm about right. I'm sorry about this, but I do have to get to the university to see Gerald. This security system has to be set up.
I do understand. We've got later, and the rest of the night.
Plus about 50 or 60 years after that.
At least.
Well, I guess, I'm off.
Will you be gone long?
I'll be back for a late dinner.
I'm ready.
Oh, damn. Who can this be?
I'll get it. Hello? Yes, Captain, he's here. Just a minute.
Hi, Bert. What's happening? What sort of a mess? What? Why did they do that? Well, damn them if they can get themselves out of this. No, I've got some business to attend to. After that, well, I'm spending the evening with my wife. That's right. I don't want any interruptions, Bert. You better believe it. Good night.
Problem?
Only one, incompetence.
But not serious.
Anything to do with the police department is serious.
Not serious enough to spoil our evening.
It would take an act of the IRS to do that.
Well, let's hope they're not watching.
Well, they owe it to us. Anyway, we've waited long enough.
Better be going.
Yeah, Gerald might be wondering what's happened to me.
Now, you are going to be careful.
Oh, you better believe it. After all, look what I've got to come home to.
Here it is, ma'am, the dinner you ordered from the Versailles room.
Good.
Smells delicious.
Oh, well, it should do. I want dinner to be ready to be served as soon as Robert gets back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we're going to be dining by candlelight. I want champagne, soft music, the works.
I know just the thing.
Okay, this is going to be a very special evening.
Oh, I just love romance.
I want everything to be perfect.
Don't you worry, ma'am. I'll see to everything.
Okay, I'm going to go off and get changed. I want to look smashing for Robert. Good. Who's that, Robert?
No, an old friend of his. Said he'd call back.
Oh, well, I hope he waits until tomorrow. I don't want anyone spoiling our evening.
Anybody home?
Just a lonely wife.
My. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Now?
Now, surprise?
And delighted.
I'm glad. How did everything at the university go?
Well, reasonably well. We have a lot of work to do before the setup's finished. I don't even know whether it's going to work properly. I haven't seen anything quite like this before.
You think it might cause problems?
Possibly. I've already told the WSB that I'm concerned. They said they'd get back to me later.
I hope much later.
So do I. I don't want anything interrupting this evening. You, me alone the entire night.
You sure you won't be bored?
Well, I'm counting on you to keep me occupied.
Food first.
Let's eat quick.
Quick, bring on the salad.
Be seated, darling.
Thank you. Oh, no.
That'll be the WSB. I'll deal with it in a second.
Sure.
Will there be anything else?
No, thanks. Oh, you could check on the baked Alaska.
Of course. Oh, it's so lovely, just like in the movies.
I don't believe this. Tonight of all nights.
You have to go?
My own fault. I take full responsibility. I should never have told them about this wretched security system tonight.
Well, what did they say?
They want me to go to Boston.
Tonight? But you haven't packed a bag or...
They're very thorough at the WSB. They have an overnight bag waiting for me.
Why?
Well, apparently they have a system like this there. They want me to look at it and make my comments, and they'll change whatever we have to here.
Couldn't it wait till the morning?
Apparently not. You and I have got a minute.
Well, why couldn't Connie do it?
She's in Washington till tomorrow.
And you have to leave right away.
Got a plane waiting at the airport.
Will you be gone all night?
Yeah, but I'll be back first thing in the morning.
Well, I was so looking forward to tonight.
So was I, love. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I understand. There's one thing I'm learning, though.
What's that?
It's not easy being the wife of a commissioner and ex-agent.
Well, I know.
But I wouldn't have anybody else.
I'm going to make it up to you.
Oh, holy tonight.
What a shame. It's such a lovely dinner.
Oh, well, these things happen. That's the life of a commissioner and his wife, I suppose.
Do you still want something to eat?
Yes, but I'll go and get changed. There's no point in wasting a gorgeous dress like this on an evening alone. Now, I'll save this for another night with Robert.
I'll keep the food warm.
Okay, I won't be a minute. Can you get that?
Certainly. Yes?
Hi. I'm an old friend of Robert's. I've been calling all day today. Ooh. I'd like to see the commissioner if he's in.
I'm afraid you've just missed him. But Mrs. Scorpio's here.
Mrs. Scorpio? Great. You're kidding. Jackie finally nailed him. Wow. Things have changed, haven't they?
If you'll wait here, I'll get Mrs. Scorpio.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks. Right. Ooh. Good work, old boy. You really got something going for yourself, don't you? All right.
Alive?
Yeah. Yeah. Mrs. Scorpio. You married Robert? Oh, wait a minute. That's a mistake. You told me that's a lie. Tell me that's a lie.
I can explain.
Not to me. You can't.
It's a lie. All this time, it's a lie.
Mrs. Scorpio, shall I try to reach the commissioner?
No,
Mrs. Scorpio.
no, just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Is there someone you want me to call? A doctor? Can I get you anything?
Just go away.
Well, I'm back. There's some nice hot coffee left. Holly? What's wrong?
I saw Luke.
I mean, you had a nightmare.
No, I mean I saw Luke.
Come on, love. Look, you've had a bad dream. Dreams can seem rather real at times, but they're still dreams.
Will you stop saying that? It's true. He was here. I saw him. Luke is alive. Didn't you hear what I said? I saw Luke.
Come over here and sit down and let's just be calm,
Robert!
all right? Darling, look. You've been under a lot of pressure
Will
of
you
late.
listen to me?
Pressure builds, it plays tricks. I'm not...
Oh, stop it!
Look, Holly, you're having a delayed reaction, all right? Now, when that...
Would you just stop treating me as if I was insane or if I was a child? Listen, he was here and I saw him.
Sometimes we hallucinate about things
I
like
was
this.
not hallucinating. If you say one more thing, I'm going to scream.
Holly.
Don't you understand? If I was hallucinating, then so was Maria, because she let him in.
Maria let Luke in here.
Yes,
You saw him.
yes, yes. How many times do I have to tell you?
I can't believe it.
So, I can't tell you what I felt. I felt disbelief and joy and shock. I felt everything all at once.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what we're going to do. Are you convinced that I was not hallucinating or dreaming and that Luke was here and I
Yeah.
could see him?
Yeah, I believe you, love. It's just the whole thing is so staggering, shocking. I need a minute or two to take it in.
Yeah, I know. I was in shock. I'm still shaking.
Yeah, of course you are. Look, you want to answer a few questions?
I can try.
Okay. Now, first, did he talk about where he'd been and what had happened to him? Did he speak about that?
Nothing.
Nothing? Well, surely you must have asked.
I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, okay, you're in shock. I can understand that.
No, I mean, he didn't say anything.
But, look, I can't understand this. I mean, surely he must have offered some explanation about what had happened to him.
Not a word. He found out that I'm your wife. And then he just turned and walked out.
Didn't you explain, I mean, how it all happened?
No, I didn't get a chance. He just walked out.
Well, why didn't you stop him?
I couldn't stop him. He walked out. There was no way I could have
All right.
stopped him.
All right. Well, it's obvious that we're the only ones that know he's alive and here.
Why'd you say that?
Because, apart from you, the only other people he'd go to would be Ruby or Bobby. Now, we haven't heard from them, so obviously they don't know about it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm right about something else, too. They've got to be told.
they're going to be as shocked as I was.
Which is why I just can't call them. I mean, you just don't dump this sort of information on people over the phone.
No, I agree.
News jolted us. Imagine what their reaction's going to be.
No, we have to be there when they hear.
They'll react exactly the same way. Shock, confusion, bewilderment.
I still feel those things.
Look, I know it's a little early in the day to be talking about this, but have you thought about how this is going to affect us?
Robert,
Don't. Don't. Bad question. Bad timing. We'll deal with it when we have to.
Thank you, Jesse. Ruby and Bobby are on their way up.
Thank you, Dan.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, the use of your office will be fine for the moment.
Are you sure? You both look very troubled.
We don't mean to be mysterious, Dan. It's just that what we have to say to Bobby and Ruby is very important.
And private, although you're going to find out about it in due course.
I'll leave you alone then. Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be inquisitive, but you both look so upset. Like there was a death in the family or something.
Well, your vibes are right, but your conclusion's wrong.
All right. If you need me, have me paged. You can keep my office as long as you like.
Thank you.
Hi, Dan. Jesse said you wanted to see us.
No, Ruby, but Robert and Holly do. Come on in.
Something wrong?
I'll leave you people alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened? You look so solemn.
I think you both better sit down.
Oh, something is wrong. I can tell by the looks on your faces. What is it?
There's no way to get around this gently. It's about Luke.
What about him?
He's alive. Alive? But that's impossible.
Holly, Luke is dead. We all know Luke is dead.
Look, I know that you're obviously shocked by this, as was Holly and myself. But I can assure you he is alive. Holly here has seen him.
You saw him? I don't believe it.
It's true, it's true. He's probably in Port Charles right this very minute. He's alive as any of us in this room.
He's alive?
Oh, Ruby, he's alive!
Okay, all right. How is he all right?
Yes, I think so.
You think so? I'm more confused than ever.
We all are, Ruby.
Well, where is he now? Where has he been? Holly, tell us. We want to go see him.
Yes, I do too. Where is he?
I don't know where he is.
Holly, how can you not know where he is? You said you saw him.
Yes, I did.
Well, is there something you're not telling us?
Wait a minute. No. I didn't see him personally, but Holly here did. Do you want to explain that?
Well, I'll try. It's just there's so much I don't understand. He came to our house. And I'm sorry.
Holly, please. We don't understand.
Honey, it's all right. We know one thing. Our Luke is alive.
More coffee, Ruby?
No, I'm okay. It's just a shock.
Of course.
I still don't understand. Holly, you said you saw him. When?
He came to our house last night. Robert was in Boston, so we didn't see him.
But you did.
Definitely.
He wasn't hurt or anything like that?
No, not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
He was using a cane.
Was he limping?
Yes, I think so.
You think so? Holly, you said you saw him.
I'm sorry, but it was such a shock. I couldn't concentrate.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand. All right, he came to your house. You saw him. Then what?
Then after a moment, he left.
He left.
Yes.
I'm just trying to sort this thing out.
We all are.
Holly, if you saw him last night, why didn't you call us?
Why did you wait until today to tell us?
It was a shock. I couldn't think. I couldn't plan anything.
Well, you can answer some questions right now, can't you?
Yes, I'll try. It's just there's so much I don't know.
Holly, why did Luke leave?
He found out I was married to Robert, and he just turned around and walked out.
Well, didn't he tell you something about himself?
No.
Didn't he say where he's been all these months, where he's been all this time?
Or why he didn't call us in all this time?
There wasn't time.
Well, what? Isn't he trying to call us now? Isn't he trying to find us now?
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Robert, what is going on?
Look, I know about as much as Holly does, Ruby. In fact, even less, because I wasn't even there.
But you believe he's alive?
Yes, he's alive. I saw him. He's alive.
Robert.
Yeah.
Have you done anything to try and find him?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Hey, you are the police commissioner. You are the one person who could try to find him.
Hey.
No, wait a minute, Ruby. I'm right, and Robert knows it. Don't you realize what kind of a shock it was to him to find out you two are married?
Yeah, I thought of that.
And you've done nothing to find him. Robert, I swear I will never forgive you for this. Don't you know that under these circumstances he could run off and do anything?
Now, wait just a minute. I know your brother extremely well. Probably better than most, in fact. And I don't believe that Luke would run off and do anything drastic.
You could order the police to go and find him.
I could, but I won't because I think it's wrong.
Oh, you think it's wrong to find my brother?
Listen, Luke needs his own time and his own space to figure out his own problems. I organize a search and have him picked up. He's only going to resent it.
Then you refuse to do anything?
Not a case of what I refuse to do, Bobby. It's a case of what Luke would want.
I agree with Robert.
I don't care who agrees! I said to you, I'll never forgive you for this, Robert, and I mean it.
Forgive me for what?
You don't even know, do you? You don't have any idea what you've done.
Robert's done nothing.
Robert told us Luke was dead.
I thought he was.
You identified the body. You are positive he was dead. You told us he was dead, and we trusted you. Why did you lie?
I hope it's true, because if there's more, I'd like to hear it.
I've said all I intend to say.
You've mouthed off a great deal. So now it's my turn. Now, I understand that you're both upset and in shock. But you seem to forget. So is Holly. And so am I.
Let it go. The important thing now is to try and find Luke.
I agree with you. But there seem to be a few things here that need to be understood. To start with, Bobby, you were way out of line, and I intend to tell you why.
Well, I don't have to listen.
Sit down.
Come on, darling.
You're being very unfair to Robert. The least you can do is listen to him.
She'll listen, love. Now, you remember the evidence? And there was a lot of evidence.
What evidence?
Overwhelming and conclusive evidence that Luke was dead, regardless of the fact that his body was badly mangled. There was certain physical evidence, namely the wristwatch.
Yes, I remember you mentioning that.
And there was more. There was a wallet, Luke's wallet. I would have recognized that wallet anywhere. Not to mention the fact that it was full of his ID cards.
And a half a sixpence.
And that too. Add to that 3 forest rangers, count them 3, who all swore that those belongings of Luke's came off the dead body. Now I ask you, Bobby, in all fairness, if faced with such concrete proof, wouldn't you have come to the conclusion that Luke was dead? Well.
I'm not sure.
Well, I was. I was sure. So don't you ever tell me again that I tried to lie or deceive you. Because I didn't.
Could I ask a question?
Yes, love.
Well, considering the ID, the wristwatch, the wallet, the half a sixpence.
Yeah, what about him?
How did all this identification get on a body that now we know is not Luke?
I've no idea, Ruby. Furthermore, I can't even give you a good guess. But I can tell you something. Are you listening, Bobby?
Yes.
You reckon we have some explaining to do? Luke has more. A bloody sight more.
Do you want me to make some coffee?
No, I don't think I want any, thanks.
Neither do I.
Holly,
I'm sorry.
what have you got to be sorry about?
I should have put all this away.
Doesn't matter.
I suppose not.
And yet it does matter. We both know it. This was going to be our wedding night celebration.
Yes.
Holly.
What?
My turn to say I'm sorry.
It's not our fault. It's not yours or mine. It's just something that happened.
Look, there's one thing we both know. That we can't deal with something by ignoring it.
No.
Can we talk about it?
I think we must.
Well, how do you feel about all that's happened?
I knew you were going to ask that.
I've wanted to ask all day.
I know, and I've been dreading having to answer it.
Will you answer me now?
How do I feel? And God is my witness, Robert. I just don't know. Stunned, I suppose. Perhaps too stunned to feel anything yet.
Look, I want to help you. Maybe help you to sort out how you feel. Can we talk about that?
You certainly have every right to know.
I'm not concerned about rights. We're in this together. Now, I can understand that you're stunned. So am I. But what else do you feel?
I feel so many things. I feel shocked, happy, frightened. I just don't know. I feel so many things.
There's one thing we have to face.
Just one?
Well, it's a place to start.
What is?
Luke hasn't been found for all these months. And that means he didn't want to be found.
I keep coming back to that.
So do I.
Why? Didn't he want anyone to know he was alive?
I have no idea. But I'll tell you this. We're going to have an answer to that question. We are going to find out why. Well, can we go on?
I think we must.
Good. Look, let's go back. We may just have missed something here. Now, when Luke realized you were married, could you tell how he took it?
Oh, yes, I could tell.
By something he said?
By the look on his face. I mean, imagine, Robert, if the situation were reversed. Imagine how you would feel.
Angry, bitter, infuriated.
Yep, that's what he looked like. Lord, Robert, the worst thing is that he doesn't know why we were married.
He didn't know that you were carrying his child?
No, I told you. We didn't say anything. He doesn't know that I was expecting his baby, and he doesn't know that I lost him.
He has to know that, Holly. He must know it. I promise you he will.
Don't be angry.
I'm not angry, love. Just determined. I'm not about to let Luke or anybody else make you suffer for something that isn't your fault.
What do we do next?
Well, I think the best thing for you right now is go upstairs and rest. You look exhausted.
Oh, beyond that, I feel numb.
Please, Holly, go upstairs and lie down. Come on. Holly. I'll sleep in my own room tonight. Rest.
I'll try.
Just early this morning.
I couldn't sleep.
I had a spot of trouble myself.
He'll show again, won't he?
At this point, I'd say it's chancy.
If only I knew where he went. I could just guess. You don't...
What?
Oh, I don't know. You're sure that he wouldn't do anything foolish?
No way.
Well, we can't just sit here and wait and guess.
You're right. Not anymore.
So what are we going to do? He was just standing there. I couldn't believe it.
It's not like him to just walk out and not want an explanation.
He already made up his own, which wasn't too far from the truth.
He must have known. We all thought he was dead.
Yes. But his best friend and the woman he loved together, it must have been horrible for him.
He brought this on himself.
We don't know that yet.
Maybe you're right. But we do know something. That is, we can't sit around here all day.
There's more people to tell. I mean, besides Bobby and Ruby.
We've got to find him first.
But how?
It's been a day. This does call for drastic measures.
We can't send out a whole platoon of cops after him. It's only going to make him more furious than he already is.
Maybe it will. But we can't have him roaming around the streets either, to possibly disappear again.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Maybe he has already, Holly. Look, something took him away before. Maybe that same something has pushed him back into hiding again.
No, not Luke.
Face up to it, Holly.
If and when it happens. Until then, we have to find him. Now, there's no way we could do this ourselves.
Not easily. He could be anywhere.
But I won't have you sending the police after him.
All right. All right. I'll go down to the station myself and put out a quiet APB on him.
Quiet?
Yeah, hear me out.
Robert, you know what would happen if you put Luke in jail.
He'd resent it for the rest of his life. But I'm not suggesting that. This'll be an APB simply to locate him. They'll be under strict instructions not to approach him in any way.
But I don't see what that would accomplish.
Well, they'll find him, they tell me, and I'll go get him.
But what if word gets out? Say if one of your cops have a big mouth.
I only talk to my closest men. I'll do it in person. That way it'll be kept off the computer. What's wrong?
We're hunting him down like some kind of animal.
You want a chance to explain all this, don't you?
That's just it. I don't know what to say when I do find him. It's just... I guess I need time to think about it, except that the more time he's out there on the street, the more I worry.
You'll know what to say.
Someone is going to get hurt.
Why do you say that?
Because out of the three of us, at least one of us is going to end up being hurt.
Doesn't have to be that way.
I don't see how it can't.
Well, anyway, we'll deal with that when the time comes.
Yes, I suppose. The first thing we have to do is find him.
And the second thing is to question him and find out what the hell's been going on.
Robert, did you forget something?
Surprise, surprise. Not your husband, just me.
Luke.
I'm flattered you remembered. Can I come in?
Why did you run away? Why didn't you let me explain?
Well, what's to explain? Certainly not this. Nice house. Nice clothes. You look fine. I guess you're lucky that I dropped out of the picture. You married very well.
You don't understand.
I think I do. Somewhere along the line, you decided I could never give you all of this, and you grabbed the first opportunity you could to take the life you'd always planned for yourself.
That's not true.
Isn't it?
No, how dare you say that?
Well, I call him as I see him, baby.
You don't see anything. All you see is your own blind jealousy, your own selfishness.
Selfish? Yes, I am selfish. I admit it. I've been living for months with a very selfish idea. The idea of seeing you again. So I got what I wanted, didn't I? I see you now. I see you very clearly. You never cared for me, really.
You're wrong. I gave up everything for you. And when I heard you were dead, I wanted to die, too.
Well, luckily, you, got over it.
Listen to me, damn it!
I'm listening.
I was alone. I was about to be deported. And I was pregnant. I was pregnant with your child.
The baby?
I lost it, Luke.
Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
I didn't know until after you ran off. Then we got the news.
That I was dead.
I told you, in my dreams and in my prayers. I would tell you every time I was alone. That baby was the last link I had to you.
How did it happen?
Miscarriage.
Because you were upset about me.
Partly because of that. It was an accident.
An accident? What kind of accident? Holly, what kind of accident?
I was lifting something heavy when I should have been relaxing.
Why?
Does it really matter?
Yes, it matters. That was my child.
It was my child, too.
So why were you lifting something that you shouldn't have been lifting?
I just did. These things happen. There was nothing to do. I was alone all day. I had to do something or else I would have gone crazy.
What did you lift?
Oh, you don't give up, do you?
What did you lift?
Right, this.
That?
Yes.
That can't weigh more than 5 pounds.
Probably not.
Well, why were you lifting it?
I was trying to put the house in order.
This house? Yours and...
Yes.
So, you were putting Robert's house in order.
We just moved in.
So what was this, some kind of housewarming present?
Not exactly.
Well, where did it come from? I've never seen this before.
It was a gift for Robert.
From you? I see. So you were putting Robert's house in order and you were moving furniture around, tables, chairs, sofas. What, did he ask you to move the mattress upstairs too?
That's not fair.
Not fair? You lost my child because you were putting Robert's house in order?
You're jumping to conclusions.
Am I?
You're trying to toss this off on Robert. Well, you can't because it's not his fault. He had nothing to do with this. It was me, on my own. None of this was Robert's fault.
Well, whose fault is it? It's not mine!
Oh, no? If you had been here, if you had let us know that you were alive, none of this would have happened. So don't you judge me. You have no right.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't thrown me out.
Should you know?
Yes. You probably should, because you don't think I deserve an answer, do you? I mean, a guy's best friend marries his woman. And you don't think the poor jerk is entitled to an explanation.
Would you stop it?
Stop what?
I thought you were dead. My God, you were my whole life. I was destroyed.
Yeah. So you consoled yourself with my best friend. How long did it take? A week, 2 weeks? Did he come on to you at the funeral?
There was no funeral.
Good.
There was a memorial service, though. And it was very moving. Why don't you just tell me what you want?
An explanation.
It was a marriage of convenience, all right?
Oh, great.
They were going to deport me. the immigration department. I was being classified as an undesirable alien.
So, in order to stay in this country, you had to marry an American citizen. Robert is Australian, darling.
With American citizenship. I'm surprised you don't remember that.
Well, I've been away a long time.
Robert took a great risk doing what he did, and it wasn't for him. It was for you and for the baby. I mean, you know Robert isn't exactly the marrying kind.
No, he isn't. But he's always been very big on what goes along with marriage. Well,
I don't know what you're asking.
I think you do.
I tried to find you, Luke. I went up to the mountain. I tried to find all the places where we had been. But they were gone like you were.
Yeah, I went up to the mountain, too, but you're not answering my question.
Which question is that?
The big one!
I don't know what you mean.
All right, English. Let me spell it out for you. Are you sleeping with Robert? You can't stall all day.
I'm not.
Oh, really? Sit down, Luke. Have a cup of coffee. Sit down here and just tell me about it. Listen, sweetheart. I ask you a question, and I expect an answer. Since this was just a marriage of convenience, you're not sleeping with my best friend, are you? Are you? Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I mean, I know my friends.
What the hell is that supposed to
You
mean?
couldn't keep your hands off each other, could you?
Oh, we did. We did for a long time.
Did you?
Yes, all right. We slept together. We thought you were dead. And unlike the ancient Egyptians, I wasn't supposed to crawl into the grave next to you. Do you have any idea how I felt? How lost I was? How devastated?
Yeah, well, it was very convenient for you to have my best friend around, wasn't
Yes, he was your best friend. He still is. And that's why he took care of me. I went through hell, Luke. It was like a nightmare. What kind of a cruel joke were you playing on me?
This was no joke.
No, what would you call it then? I don't care where you were, you could have picked up a phone.
It's not that easy, don't you understand? You can't just pick up a phone. It doesn't happen that way.
You put the people you love through a horrible experience. It was cruel not to call. Simple as that.
No, it is not as simple as that. Don't you understand? I was told. I was told by doctors that I would probably not walk again. Paralyzed! Do you have any idea what paralyzed means, baby? I don't think you do. And that's why I didn't tell you, because it would be a burden to you. I didn't want to burden you with that.
Is that the kind of faith that you had in our love? That you thought I would rather have you dead than handicapped?
Handicapped? English, I was a mess. I was a mess. I couldn't dress myself. My God, going to the bathroom was a half-day ordeal. You couldn't handle that.
So that's it. You didn't think I could handle it.
I knew you couldn't. I know you couldn't.
Oh, you're so sure. You always were. You never had any faith in me.
Please, that's not true. That's
Oh,
not...
isn't it? You just said it was. Because of my past. I know that. You never could forget about that. That's why you went up onto the mountain.
No.
You never really trusted me.
No!
Well, what other possible reason could it be?
What do you want from me? Holly, I was scared. I was paralyzed. Don't you understand? I'd probably be dead now if it weren't for a couple of good friends of mine up on that mountain.
Great. So you cured yourself and you made some new friends. Well, that's lovely. What about your old friends? What about your family? What about me, the woman who loved you? You got hurt and you turned to strangers. And we sat here and we mourned you. Well, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all.
All right! All right. Let me tell you something. No, doctors, no, I've lived with this long enough. It'll pass, Ollie. It'll pass. Just help me up, okay? Get me off the floor. Yeah, let's get me on the sofa. Baby, keep trying. It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You could have done it yourself all the time.
That's right.
Why?
Well, maybe now you know. This is how it was, baby. This is how it was. How could I burden you with that? You know why I couldn't? Because I love you. Now do you know?
Well, I've got several units looking for him, but no luck yet.
No use.
What's that?
He was here
Luke, when?
just a little while ago.
So what happened?
He walked out.
Where was he going? Holly, where was he going?
I don't know.
He's upset you.
I'm all right.
No, you're not.
He was right, you know. We couldn't have done anything to help him.
What are you saying?
He was paralyzed. That's why he didn't call us or let us know how he was.
Well, that's okay. We can help him now. We know he's in the city.
Oh, you don't understand.
Look, my men are everywhere. They're going to find him eventually.
He doesn't want to talk.
He will, when we find him. What worries me is what he's doing to you now. What did he do to you?
He made me say things.
What things?
Never mind.
No. Tell me, please. Holly, I love you too much to watch him doing this to you.
I had it coming.
What?
Oh, nothing, Robert. Just leave me alone.
Scorpio. Good work. I'm on my way.
They spotted him.
Yes, he's heading towards the waterfront.
Please, Robert.
I have to. Robert, is it true? Is it true? I haven't seen him yet. Yes, apparently he's hurt and he's walking around with the assistance of a cane. Yes, he knows about Holly and myself, and all I know is I've got to find him.
Well, I'm going to go with you.
No. I'd like you to stay here with the others, just in case he turns up.
Okay, what do we do if he does?
Frankly, I don't care. Just keep him here till I get back.
But can I go with you, please?
No, Blackie, absolutely not. I have to find Luke, and I've got to find him alone.
Sixpence is gone.